free college football picks. This is week 13, part 4. I'm Tony T here with our college football pick show here for Thursday. We have 10 games from Saturday. Now, if you're looking for that Ole Miss and Mississippi State game for Thursday, we shot that video on a different video. It's on our channel, so check it out. We're going to get you this here for Saturday will be the 10 games. Once we finish this video, we'll have 10 games of the 49 for Saturday, so we're almost fully loaded there with the Saturday action. Before we get underway, just a couple things. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports. Making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would, support our channel with a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site promoting the top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to long-term passes. Hot cappers like Joseph Schultz for the year. Chauncey's been good. Hollywood Sam, last 30 days. Chauncey, Daniel Walsachuk, Ben Ruhala has been on fire. Last 7 days, take a look at Nick. Our GM has been on tear. Nick Lagaretto's coming in strong. Yesterday, Ben, Hollywood Sam, Tiffany, Tim coming in with some big days. Click the links, get signed up. You'll find our latest print picks here at the center of the page. Links here for our best bets. Of course, each capper can designate a play from their card as a best bet. Actually, from multiple sports, making a great time to get signed up. Also, we have our $15 promotional items up here. Many cappers want to make a good impression. You see these best bets at that $15 price. Multi-packs as well are up and ready to roll, guys. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. We can see we're locked and loaded here for Thursday here. You can find our pick ticker there with team versus team information. Purchasing the plays a la carte. You also find props for sale as well. Just to let you know, props and the late steam are also included at no charge on the long-term subscriptions. And you can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love hearing from you guys, so you can post your picks in the comments. And we're looking for cappers. Apply on the home page. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one started. Maryland and Rutgers college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Maryland fell to 6-5 with their 31-24 home defeat to Michigan. Terrapins rushed for only 15 yards on 33 carries. They allowed 150 yards rushing to the Wolverines with 141 passing yards. 141 yards passing on 23 attempts. Maryland had a -2 turnover margin. Talia Tagovailoa, 21-31 passing for 247 yards and 2 interceptions. He averaged 8 yards per pass attempt and was sacked 4 times. Rutgers 6-5 after a 27-6 road defeat at Penn State. Scarlet Knights rushed for 99 yards on 42 carries. They allowed 234 yards rushing to the Nittany Lions with 88 passing yards on 14 attempts. Gavin Wimsatt, 10 of 16 passing for 130 yards and an interception. He averaged 8.1 yards per pass attempt. Rutgers sits 126 in the nation in total offense with 303 yards per game. They struggle with quarterback accuracy, sitting 133rd in the nation, and with struggles with pass efficiency. Maryland holds teams to just 3.4 yards to carry on the ground. Scarlet Knights in their past 3 games average just 7 points a game. Play here, Maryland, had to pick them. Vanderbilt and Tennessee college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Vanderbilt fell to 2-9 with their 47-6 road defeat to South Carolina. Commodores rushed for 130 yards on 42 carries. They allowed 136 yards rushing to the Gamecocks with 351 passing yards on 36 attempts. Ken Seals, 13 of 28 passing for 104 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 3.7 yards per pass attempt. Tennessee fell to 7-4, a 38-10 home defeat to Georgia. Volunteers rushed for 130 yards on 25 carries. They allowed 156 yards rushing to the Bulldogs with 316 passing yards on 31 attempts. Joe Milton, 17 of 30 passing for 147 yards with 4.9 yards per pass attempt. Past 3 games, the Commodores averaging 9.3 points a game. At home, the Vols are putting up 34 points and 450 yards a game. Commodores rushed for 3.3 yards a carry and sit 117th in the nation in quarterback accuracy. Vanderbilt defense 123rd in the nation by allowing 440 yards a game. Play here Tennessee minus the 27. Arizona versus Arizona State. College football pick. This one here Saturday. Arizona improved to 8-3, a 42-18 home victory to Utah. Wildcats, they rushed for 118 yards on 24 carries. They surrendered 118 yards rushing to the Utes with 320 passing yards on 53 attempts. Arizona had a +2 turnover margin. Noah Fafita, 22 of 30 passing for 253 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 8.4 yards per pass attempt. Arizona State dropped to 3-8, a 49-13 home defeat to Oregon. Sun Devils rushed for 111 yards on 18 carries. They allowed 140 yards rushing to the Ducks with 463 passing yards on 36 attempts. Trenton Bourget, 20 of 37 passes for 142 yards with a season-low 3.8 yards per pass attempt. Past 3 games, the Sun Devils averaging 11 points and 216 yards a game. They have limited big plays in the passing game. ASU offense struggles running the football and inefficient in the passing game. Play here Arizona and Arizona State under 49.5. Jacksonville State and New Mexico State college football pick. This one here Saturday. Jacksonville State improved to 8-3 with their 56-17 home victory at Louisiana Tech. Gamecocks rushed for 522 yards on 60 carries. They held the Bulldogs to 1.8 yards per rush with 225 yards passing on 46 attempts. Zion Webb, 6 of 17 passes for 160 yards. He averaged 6.2 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. New Mexico State improved to 9-3, a 31-10 road victory at Auburn. Aggies rushed for 213 yards on 37 carries. They held the Tigers 2.5 yards per rush with 148 yards passing on 19 attempts. Diego Pavia, 19 of 28 passes for 201 yards with 3 touchdowns. He averaged 7.2 yards per pass attempt. The Gamecocks defend well and hold opponents to 2.7 yards a carry. They also hold opposing quarterbacks to 58% completion rate. Jacksonville State is a high-volume running team which will drain clock. Aggies have defended well this year. Play here Jacksonville State and New Mexico State under 50.5. Washington State and Washington College. A football pick, this one here on Saturday. Washington State improved to 5-6, a 56-14 home victory at Colorado. Cougars rushed for 127 yards on 32 carries. They allowed 2.3 yards per rush to the Buffaloes with 164 yards passing on 27 attempts. Cameron Ward, 18 of 30 passing for 288 yards with 2 touchdowns. He averaged 9.6 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 2 touchdowns. Washington moved 11-0, a 22-20 road win at Oregon State. Huskies rushed for 110 yards on 25 carries. They allowed 148 yards rushing to the Beavers with 169 yards passing on 33 attempts. Washington had a +2 turnover margin. Michael Penix, 13 of 28 passing for 162 yards with 2 touchdowns. He averaged 5.8 yards per pass attempt and rushed for a touchdown. Cougars are defending well as in their past 3 games, allowing 22 points and 266 yards a game. At home, the Huskies hold teams to 21 points a game. Washington State rushes for only 3 yards a carry. Washington has done a good job in pass defense. Play here Washington State and Washington under 68. Florida State and Florida college football pick. This one here Saturday. Florida State is 11-0 after their 58-13 home victory at FCS North Alabama. The Seminoles are 18th ranked offense in college football behind 4.9 yards per rush and efficiency in the passing game. On defense, they hold teams to 4 yards a carry on the ground and hold opposing quarterbacks to just 47% completion rate. That is the lowest of any team in the nation. Quarterback Jordan Travis is out due to injury. Tate Runemaker has seen limited work in the past 4 seasons. This season, he's completed 64% of his passes with 5 touchdowns and 12 yards per pass attempt. Florida fell to 5-6, a 33-31 road defeat to Missouri. The Gators rushed for 261 yards on 40 attempts. They allowed 177 yards rushing to the Tigers with 331 yards passing on 35 attempts. Florida had a -2 turnover margin. Correct, Graham Mertz is out with a broken collarbone. Max Brown gets the start, and the redshirt freshman has seen limited work in 3 games where he threw a pass. Last week, he went 4 of 5 for 56 yards and 11 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 42 yards. But Florida has won 4 of 5 at home with really improved. They better defensive play in their home stadium, no doubt. The Gators are rushing for 5.2 yards a carry at home. I think this is a tough spot for a backup to get a start in on the road in this environment. Florida needs a win to become bowl eligible, so expect the Gators to be very competitive here. The Seminoles have failed to cover 3 straight. Play here will be Florida plus 6.5. Notre Dame versus Stanford college football pick. This one here is on Saturday. Look at this game on Pac-12 Network. I don't think Notre Dame's ever been on the Pac-10 Network. Wow, that's wild to see a game there. This Notre Dame on that channel. Notre Dame improved to 8-3 after their 45-7 home victory to Notre Dame. Fine Irish rushed for 137 yards on 30 carries. They allowed 134 yards rushing to the Demon Deacons with 98 yards passing on 21 attempts. Sam Hartman, 21-29 passing for 277 yards and 4 touchdowns. He averaged 9.6 yards per pass attempt. Stanford fell to 3-8, a 27-15 home defeat to California. Cardinal rushed for 101 yards on 24 carries. They allowed 161 yards rushing to the Golden Bears with 296 yards passing on 37 attempts. Ashton Daniels, 18-35 passing for 108 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 5.4 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 67 yards. At home, Stanford allows 34 points and 455 yards a game. Fine Irish in this period put up 42 points and 439 yards a game. The Cardinal, 130th ranked defense in college football. They're giving up 456 yards a game with big plays in the passing game. The Fine Irish runs for 5 yards a carry, makes big plays in the passing game. Behind the experience of Hartman, player Notre Dame Stanford over 51.5. South Alabama and Texas State college football pick. This one Saturday. South Alabama improved to 6-5 with their 28-0 home victory to Marshall. Jaguars rushed for 197 yards on 46 carries. They held the Thundering Herd at 2.1 yards per rush with 159 yards passing on 36 attempts. South Alabama had a +2 turnover margin. Carter Bradley, 17-23 passing for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Texas State fell to 6-5, a 77-31 road defeat at Arkansas State. Bobcats rushed for 173 yards on 38 attempts. They surrendered 291 yards rushing to the Redwoods with 196 passing yards on 17 attempts. Texas State had a -4 turnover margin. TJ Finley, 37-55 passing for 366 yards with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He averaged 6.7 yards per pass attempt. Texas State has failed to cover 5-6 and has an 18-point home loss to Troy in there. The Jaguars run the ball well, and the Bobcats' rush defense has really struggled over the past 3 games. Texas State does give up big plays in the passing game, and the Jaguars are getting accurate quarterback play at 67% completion rate. Play here, South Alabama, -6. West Virginia and Baylor college football pick. This one here on Saturday. All right, West Virginia improved to 7-4, a 42-21 home victory of Cincinnati. Mountaineers rushed for 424 yards on 46 attempts. They allowed 141 yards rushing to the Bearcats with 191 yards passing on 27 attempts. Garrett Green, 12-19 passing for 210 yards with a touchdown and interception. He averaged 11 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns. Baylor fell to 3-8, a 42-17 road defeat to TCU. Bears rushed for 148 yards on 40 carries. They allowed 3.3 yards per carry to the Horned Frogs with 431 yards passing on 33 attempts. Sawyer Robertson will be in for Blake Shapen, who is out with a concussion. Robertson has this season is completing 50% of his passes with 6.6 yards per pass attempt. He threw 1 touchdown with 4 interceptions. Baylor rushed for only 3.3 yards a carry and has quarterback issues with accuracy. As they start to back up here, WVU holds opposing quarterbacks at 58% completion rate. Mountaineers rush for 5.1 yards a carry. The Bears giving up nearly 5 yards a carry to opponents. West Virginia has quarterback accuracy issues as well, so expect high volume of rushing, which will drain clock play here. West Virginia, Baylor, under 54.5. Clemson and South Carolina, college football pick. This one here Saturday. Clemson improved to 7-4 with their 31-20 home victory in North Carolina. Tigers rushed for 247 yards on 55 carries. Kate Klubnik, 21-32 passing for 219 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 6.8 yards per pass attempt and rush for a touchdown. They are banged up in the receiver position. South Carolina 5-6, a 17-14 home victory to Kentucky. Gamecocks rushed for 50 yards on 33 carries. They surrendered 122 yards rushing to the Wildcats with 171 yards passing on 34 attempts. South Carolina had a +3 turnover margin. Spencer Rattler, 19-27 passing for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 7.7 yards per pass attempt. The Gamecocks 1 win away from bowl eligibility. They've won 3 straight by holding teams to 16 points and 316 yards a game. Clemson struggles with efficiency in the passing game. The Gamecocks get an accurate quarterback play, 70% completion rate, which is 8th in the nation. Clemson 1-3 straight up and to the spread on the road, averaging just over 18 points a game and only 3.4 yards a carry on the ground. Play here South Carolina at +7.5. All right, that was our college football pick show. Week 13, part 4, got you 10 of the games. So now we've got 40 games for Saturday up on the board. Now, if you're looking for the Thursday game, Ole Miss and Mississippi State, we did that video separately, so check it out on our channel. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long, free picks every day from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you want to support our channel, give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, for our best plays. Our premium picks are there. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save that 20% off. Find the link to our site in the description. And of course, Tony'sPicks.com is brought to you by the Rhythm app. Create custom sports betting models right now with the Rhythm app. You can claim your 14-day free trial. You'll save a lot of time when you allow Rhythm to take care of all the grunt work with your sports betting models. And you can claim that 14-day free trial and download the app over at the Apple, Android, and Google Store. All right. Got lots of videos over our channel here, guys. Free picks from major sports, as well as live shows live and archived on our channel. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys later.